So another thing that comes up a lot is modeling, and how does modeling work? Well, it's really important to understand, and I think every parent sees this really quickly, our kids will do what they see. And modeling is something that often is both short-term and long-term. So there might be situations where our children will do exactly what they've seen us doing, but also if we're modeling that we can calm ourselves down, that we can relax, that it's gonna be okay, that we feel positive, even if we don't feel good in the moment, that things are gonna be okay, that we have control over our emotions. As children get older, they're gonna be able to internalize that, and they're gonna be able to use their skills. I really like this metaphor of different sized glasses, different sized cups going through time. We're adults, our cups are really big. What we can contain and what we can understand is so much bigger than what children and even teenagers can understand, what we can deal with. We have so much more experience. We understand the world in so much more a complex way. So we have to take a step back and consider what it's like for that child, for that teenager. If we think about our own experiences, what were things like, what were problems that seemed like a huge crisis when we were 14 or 15 or 16 years old, but if it happened to us now, it would not be a big deal. Guaranteed, by virtue of being a human being, there were things when we were 14, 15, and 16, and we were 5, 6, 7, that were huge crises that are not crises now when we're adults. If we're demonstrating that we can stay in control even when things are difficult, as the children's glasses become bigger and bigger and bigger, they are going to be able to incorporate those skills into how they deal with things, and it's going to help them as they become older children, as they become teenagers, and as they become adults. One of the things I talk to a lot of children and teenagers and parents about is that there are healthy ways of dealing with problems, neutral ways of dealing with problems, and unhealthy ways of dealing with problems. Healthy ways of dealing with problems either solves the problem, or if we can't solve the problem, we do something else to make ourselves or the world feel better, so we make things better in some way. Neutral ways of dealing with problems don't make things worse, but what we're doing doesn't make things any better either. And unhealthy ways of dealing with problems either creates more problems or it makes the original problem worse. So helping children understand what are things that they can do to help make things better for themselves. Because everyone has a different brain and our children have different brains than we do, there are going to be approaches that they have that can be helpful, that can be healthy, that might not be the approaches that we use, but helping them learn what are things that you can do. We can help them regulate, we can help them get through the difficult time. So being supportive, asking them questions, giving them hugs, giving them an opportunity to talk about it, not necessarily telling them what to do, but just say, hey, what's going on? How are you doing? What can I do to help? Do you need a hug? Paying attention to your child and figure out what would be helpful for them, and through their behavior towards you and through your behavior towards them, you can kind of figure out over time, as a parent, as a primary caregiver, what are the things that help your child relax? What are the things that help your child feel safe and comfortable? Doing those things, helping them realize that there can be problems in the world, but it can be okay, really helps reduce their sense of stress and also helps us strengthen that bond with our children and help them feel more safe and help us feel more confident as parents.